throughout the whole tour. So they're good ones to learn, and we just happen to have them right here. Okay? So we're going to start down here with the little teepee. Okay? Like this. And that means to give. To give a gift. Yeah? That's good, huh? Like that? Okay, and then does anybody know what this one is? The ankh. Okay, what do you think the ankh is?
Life.
Life. Okay, is it like, what, have a good life? No, it's life force energy, like chi or prana, yeah? It's that which gives us life, right? So, what does this say? Given life. Okay? Good. Now down here we have, this is not the rearing cobra, that's the goddess. This is what we call the cobra at rest. You see? She's like this. Okay, and underneath there's a little half moon with a line. Okay? Those three together make the hieroglyph, which is forever or eternally. You know, you can translate it that way. Okay? So what does this say?
Give life forever.
Giving
eternal
life. Giving eternal life.
Forever. Given life forever. All right? So now we have this thing. See, it's a round, like an oblong with a line going this way. Imagine you had like some pottery and you need to put a label on it, right? You could have the thing and it would have like that, and then you put your little rope around it, you could tie it around, and then we'd know, oh, it belongs to who? The king, right? Also, when you have a circle with the line underneath, that becomes the symbol, which is also means like forever. You know, what do we say? There's another name for it other than eternity.
Always.
Eternally. Huh?
Hieroglyphs, it's Shen.
Yeah, I know, but I mean in English. It still also means forever.
Eternity,
Yeah.
eternal.
Okay, so by putting a person's name in that shape, that gives that person eternal life, right? So only the kings and queens were the ones that got to have that in ancient Egypt. Now we can buy them at the gold shop, right?
Oh, it's a
Now we
cartouche.
provide them for tourists. It was for kings and queens.
Yes.
Okay, so this is going to be the name of a king or a queen. And you know, remember when they didn't know what hieroglyphs were, and they were able to figure it out from the Rosetta Stone? It was by using these that they were able to figure it out.
And they call it cartouche, by the way.
They call it a cartouche. Anybody know why? Do you know what the word cartouche means? Okay, it's a French word for a bullet or the cartridge.
A bullet.
What the soldiers had.
Yeah.
Cartridge shell.
Yeah.
Cartridge shell.
And so when the French came here, Napoleon and his soldiers, and they saw these things, they called them a cartouche. So that's why we call it that. Okay? So here we have at the top the circle with the dot in the center. You could have a circle, and that's the sun for Ra. The complete has the dot in the center. Okay? So that's Ra or Re. You can pronounce it whichever way. Okay? What else do you see here? You see the zigzag line? Can you guys see that? Yeah. Okay. So, anybody done any remote viewing? No? No. You know, with the remote viewing stuff, what they do is you tune in and your arm makes involuntary movements.
Oh,
Yeah?
like
The
automatic
military
writing.
were using that to find targets and stuff like that. Anyway, the movement for water goes like this. Yeah? Okay, and that's what this is. You see? Zigzag line. And I think, it's nun, it's N, the letter N. I think that the N is the beginning of that. You know, that's just a theory. Okay. So that's N, that's N, yeah? And then we have this a little, do you see it looks like a little Doberman? The head of a Doberman, kind of? That's a concept, and that's one of the power, it means power, Niuserre, okay? And have the candy cane thing here. That's the letter S. And then we have this thing which looks like a mouth. So this is Niuserre. Niuserre. Are you following me? See, it gives you the concept, and then it gives you a couple of the letters that are in that word. So what's a name here? Christine, okay? So if the concept that is Christine is a person sitting with a hat on, right? Then we might put a T and an N after it, just to sort of fill it out. It's that same kind of idea. Okay?
So when you pronounce it, you didn't pronounce the N sound.
It's Niuserre.
Niuserre, okay.
Ra. Okay, and that's the name of the king that made this sun temple.
And because it's the name of a god Ra, they just put it in the front even if you don't pronounce it the first time.
Yeah. We only found out they were pronounced that way because they were written in other languages when they had correspondence with people that were running other countries, and they wrote it that way. But notice, because Ra is the supreme, the god supreme, that has to be in the superior position, which is above. Okay? So, I mean, remember, if you look now in your itinerary, it says N-I, that's your Ni, and then you have Niuserre, Ra. Niuserre. Okay? Is that you following it now? Okay, Kathy, what's this part?
Water.
The zigzag line.
Water.
Yeah, and it's N, right? N. And then the little Doberman with this and this is Niuserre. Okay, so Niuserre Ra. And that's the king's name. And it's, you know it's a king's name, or maybe it would be a queen, you have to, but in this case a king. Because it's in the cartouche. So what do we got now? Say it with me. Niuserre Ra. Given life forever. You're reading the walls. Good, huh? Now, it might be also kind of fun to see what we have up here. Okay? Can you see there's a little flag here? The little flag, okay, we're talking about the divine, right? We know it's here. Can we see it? I can see it, because I see the effects of it right here in front of me, Sue. I see the effects of it here. Okay? So likewise, can you see the wind? You see the effects of the wind, and you know there's wind. Yeah? So that might be one reason they chose to have the flag mean divine. Okay? So that means either the God, you could say the God, small g, or divine. You can translate it either way. Okay? And this is a bird. It's kind of hard to see. There are a bunch of different birds, but in this case, it's the bird which is the god Horus, a falcon, a hawk. Okay? So the divine Horus, or the god Horus, right? And then underneath, do you see how it looks like it's got this thing and then two things hanging on the sides? That's a necklace. Yeah? You know, and then you tie it around. You see it? That's the hieroglyph for gold. Okay? And in this case, it becomes an adjective. The golden god Horus, or the golden divine Horus. Now, who is Horus? Horus is the incarnate divine, and the king is that on earth. The king is the living Horus. You can see where a lot of the ideas from Christianity came from that. You know?
Dalai Lama sounds like that too, sort of.
Yeah. So but he's the living divine here with us. Okay? So let's read the whole thing that we can read so far. Okay? The golden divine or God Horus. And who is the Horus, the living Horus today?
King Niuserre.
Oh yeah, King.
King
Niuserre.
Ra.
Given
life.
life forever. Okay? And especially like that forever sign and the given life thing, you're going to see that when we get to Luxor, you're going to see that everywhere. And now you'll read it. Isn't that wonderful? Okay.